Light Show. Hello, welcome back everybody. Space Engineers. Chip. Tortwing. I don't think you guys... Hey, holding hands? Aw. Here you go. You can dance. Aw. But yes, I don't think these guys are going to be able to move this thing too well. We could try Tortwing. He'd probably be able to move it a little bit better. But I don't think either are going to be able to move it well enough. So I think what we should do, and this is going to be useful... Wow, I get so lost. This is going to be useful for other things as well. Because I highly doubt... Wow. Where am I? I was upside down relative to the thing, wasn't I? Sure. Okay. I don't think this is going to stay where it currently is kind of laid out. So I plan on moving it, probably. We've already decided we're going to move the assemblers. So I think what we should do is give ourselves a way of doing that better. So let's build a ship that we're going to use to merge and unmerge two parts of our station. I didn't even see this happen in video, but I don't know if you guys saw it. I put a little note, so you might have saw it because of that. But when I pulled away with this guy, I don't know if his dampeners were off, or if they just got disabled, or if it's just a weird bug. I think we had that happen on our co-op world as well, where if you pulled away with one ship, the other ship would just get like slingshot and just continue on. So luckily he hit something and stopped right here. Looks like he took a bit of damage, but overall not too bad. Okay, so what I want to do, I think we'll start... Let's show the pivot point. Oh, I also updated this GUI. I didn't do much to it, so most of the work is done by whoever made it. I'm not sure who your name is, actually, but thank you. All I did was adjust some of the hue on some of the colors and the backgrounds. So I made the background of the main screen better, darker, or it's still transparent, but it's not as transparent. I also toned down the brightness of the colors, so before we had the really high contrast blue, I brought it back down to more of, I think, what it used to be like. So so far I'm liking it. I think I will stick with it. And you guys brought up a good point with the camera. I'll probably just keep it clear. For the most part, we should be able to see anyway, really. I mean, you would expect a camera not to be that, like, from the 70s. Like 1970s, not 2070s. Alright, so if we wanted to build a new ship, we could build it off this guy's pivot point if we really wanted to, and we might as well. So we'll just build it here, and then chop this off, and fly our new ship away. So this thing is not going to be fancy at all. So we could use... Like, typically when it gets projected, green is forward, red is right, blue is up. So if we take that and make this our front... So what we want on this ship is a merge block. Now we'll probably fancy this thing up maybe at some point. Make it a little bit more interesting. Actually, what I want to do with him, and I haven't done with anything else before... Let's go solar powered and give him batteries and not have him have reactors at all. And see if that works. Might be a bad idea. But we're going to do it. Okay. So we could simply have a welding or a merge block at the front of it. And then behind it, far enough away, we have thrusters. And we'll probably have 2 in each direction or something. We don't need to go too big or too powerful, because it doesn't really matter in this game. Like, once you're attached, you can move. So we're moving this whole entire thing with just this little array of thrusters. Not very realistic, but it does the job. I'm not sure how I would feel about... Well, I do know how I would feel. Like, if they made the thrust more realistic. Like, if it mattered based off the center of mass, where your thrust was, would determine how your ship moved. So, like, right now, Tortwing, all of his thrust is basically in the top corner. So if that was actually providing thrust, it would cause him to rotate, I think, kind of like this way. Now you could argue maybe like the computer adjusts all that internally and activates other thrusters maybe to counteract that spin and stuff like that. And if they did make it so thrusters did provide thrust based on their position, I would hope they did something along that lines, made it somewhat self-adjusting. So like if you had some thrusters there, as long as I had some thrusters on the other side of the center of mass as well to help counteract that, so that if I had one thruster here compared to 5 there, then these would have to work 5 times less compared to the one over here if they were exactly positioned, etc., etc. So yeah, as long as like, it didn't make it too tedious for the players to design and fly ships. But if it did add another layer of complexity and stuff to it, I think I'd be okay with it. So we could do something as simple as that. I think these damage up to 4, maybe 5 blocks when they're dampening. So that should be plenty of space, at least that way. So we'd have to provide some forward thrust, and maybe we could just... we'll keep this guy pretty rudimentary. He's not going to be too fancy looking. No planning involved, just get her done kind of thing. Alright, so how about a couple thrusters on the top, a couple thrusters on the bottom. Are we missing directions? Sideways? Okay. We can handle sideways. Where sideways? Back here? Kind of want sideways to be where that rear one is, but no. Okay, let's just put them down here. 2 sideways, and even 2 is really more than we need to do. This is 4 sideways, so let's actually get rid of... let's get rid of that extra one. Is it? I guess it's only 1. 4 total, but 1 side to side. So 2 forward, back, 2 up, 2 down, left, right. Yeah, we don't have too much thruster components, so let's just dumb it down a little bit. Okay, there we go. So let's do it like that. So he's going to need a gyro. So we can put that somewhere. Right at the front. Now, I guess we'll just hide it there. And then we wanted this thing to be solar powered, which it currently isn't really built in a way that would allow that. Also wanted to make it battery powered, so it could not have to be facing the sun all the time. But as long as we park it in the sun, it should be good. And it would allow us to work with batteries a bit. Where are they? I've never used this. Let's do it. Alright, battery. Okay. So yeah, we'd want a battery and then a solar panel somewhere. Ideally, this thing is not looking too good. We would need to drastically change its look, because really this is looking silly. This would be in the way of the thruster, but I kind of like the idea of it. So why don't we do that? We'll put 1 on that side, 1 on this side. Increase its odds of getting sun. I mean, solar panels have the thing on both sides. If I just did like a fin, that would be just as good probably. But don't worry about it. Okay, so that could work, and if we wanted to, we could add more batteries along the top. Currently this thruster is obviously not so good. Can I get rid of you without things floating away? Yes. So get rid of that, and we'll stub those out a bit or something, I guess. So they're a little further out. Okay, well, I think we have something that should work. And maybe we could look at doing something a little fancier later on. But for now, we need to get that catwalk back in place. I did stabilize it, at least. I think what happened, I don't know if you guys caught it. I didn't see it in editing, but I think there must have been a part, I think, on the catwalk or something, and gravity was what was causing that rotation. I don't think it was the landing gear, but maybe it was. But it seemed kind of weird. I bet if we attached him now, we'll maybe try, he wouldn't rotate. So I think something was stuck here, like a plate, a steel plate or something, and it was causing this rotation. I'm not sure where it was, though, if that was the case, but I think that's what was going on. Okay. So we still need a cockpit. We could do a cockpit, or we could do a remote control block. I don't know. If we do a remote control block, we'd have to give it like a seat as well, so that we could... If we gave it a remote control block, we'd also have to give it an antenna. Okay, let's just give it a cockpit for now. Maybe one of those. right on the top. This could be the ugliest ship we have. Sure. It's beautiful. Okay. Tautwing, let's get to work. Except I don't think you have anything you need. We're going to have to get some thruster components for sure. And I think those are 100 each. Oops. I always think the connector's higher than it is. Alright, well, anyway, let me get loaded up. And we will weld that guy up and hopefully move that catwalk back. Closer. That's not closer. Okay, I think she's done, mostly. Or functional. Should do the trick. So what we're going to have to do is build a merge block on anything we want to move. And I did throw a little bit of armor blocks on here. And I might try to pretty this thing up or revise it off camera in the future. Okay, there we go. So let's head back over here. And let's go ahead and put a merge block somewhere. It doesn't really matter where. Where the connector is would probably be best. Let's go ahead. Chip is currently stabilizing it, and it might be nice to have him do so, even when we're moving it. Why don't we just put it... Let me get rid of one of these guys. Go away. Okay. And we'll put it right there. Right there. Where are you? Oh, I was going to put a timer remote. I never did put a remote on our ship. Alright, guys. Where is it? There it is. I was way off. And I don't have any steel plates. Okay. We could do this. We could do this. Okay. Who thinks this is way too close to Chip? I do. I do. Oh well. Alright, so we should, assuming I haven't forgotten something, be able to do this. And hop aboard. Okay, currently that side's not getting sun. This side is. Anyway, let's see. It moves. Ooh, it turns really fast. Gyro. Can we decrease you down to 30? There we go. That's better. Still turns pretty fast. And slow. Oh no, I just don't have enough power to accelerate. I'm like, I'm so fast. Oh, and I've turned. Okay, let's get some sun going. Oh yeah, look at that. Just charge our batteries. So I might need to get the battery charged first. Currently, I don't really messed around too much, other than on our GOD there. Current input 0, current output 0. So if we store power... Oh, there we go. And it'll be fully charged in 8 hours. Oh, is that all? Well, that's... I can't wait that long. Go. 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 It doesn't have enough power. Oh, I don't want to put a reactor on it. It'll probably be fine once we get the battery charged. It will be something that we can't run constantly. But I think if I got more batteries on it, it might be interesting. It's a quick fix. Other than maybe like more solar panels. That's not really quick. Charge it. Aw. What do thrusters take? Do they say? They don't. I bet you what I could do is like just provide a little bit of override maybe, and it would move. Okay, let's turn off. Let's turn off our dampeners, so that at least once we get moving, there we go. We could do this. We just can't go very fast. Chug-a-look, chug-a-look, chug-a-look. Or we put a reactor on there. That's the quick fix. It might need a reactor anyway as a backup. Oh god. Fly up! Fly up! Fly up! Oh, whew. It's close. Alright. Forward. Okay, let's just, let's do it that way. Okay? Okay. Alright. Alright. Tortwing, you wait there. Now let's see how much power we have. Oh, yeah. Okay. Very good, then. I should really still probably turn down the gyro speed, but that's okay. So let's get this guy in position. I'm hoping he's long enough that he's not going to hit Chip, but he might. We'll see. Oh, hello. Got there a little quicker than I thought. Alright. Oh, overload, overload, and snap it. Snap it. Do it. Oh, it's green. Worked. Okay. So now we can get out of there. Let's release Chip. Goodbye, Chip. Thanks for helping. You were terrible. I mean, good effort. Good effort. Let's just put you right here, and we'll test the stability of landing gears and see if he explodes at some later date. There you go, buddy. Hold that up for me, okay? Thanks. While we're here, I added in some more storage, so I've slowly been expanding this down. For now, I've just been hooking it up with one straight conveyor piece, but I might change that later on. And I figured out the sorting thing breaks. It requires a other container, which I knew about. But if that other container gets full, I think it stops working. So I've solved that by having more than one other container. So I have, I think, 4. And they're all empty, which is good. That means stuff has somewhere to go, I think. So yeah. There was iron and stuff in there, but I think that all got taken care of. Oop, boop, boop. And that got taken care of because I also finished the other 20 arc furnaces. So we currently have 30 arc furnaces going, and they're just set up to pull whatever the hell they want. I also went through and kind of named them all arc furnaces. D is the section we're in. R just designates right side. 305 would be the 5th one here on the bottom. This would be 205, 204, 103, 101, etc. So that's DR, and then this will be DL, I guess. So D section, which is this quadrant to the left. I'm not sure if that's a good designation for naming, but that's what I've got so far. Alright, so yeah, that's what I've been doing between last episode and this one. Alright, so now we should be able to just spin this baby around. So this will work out a lot better. We'll have a lot more control. I might want that gyro strength back now. We'll have a lot more control with what we're doing, instead of having basically realistic thruster. Oh man, I saw that happening too. I was like, eh. So used to just phasing through everything. But yeah, when we're attached to something with like chip or something like that through a connector, then it starts acting kind of realistic. At least your thrust is relative to the thing you're connected to, based off where you're connected to it, which is at that central connector point, which isn't too bad. But, okay, so let me fly this into position, because we are way off of where we want to be. We want to bring it all the way back down, pretty much right where it was. We didn't want to move it. We just wanted to move it a block. This was way more than a block. Okay, where are we? Forward, left. could also turn off dampeners. That's what we should be doing. And just let it drift into position. And by drift, I mean it's going to hit stuff. Or has it already? Is that why we're not moving? We do have that dorsal fin on the bottom, which we should probably grind off. That would involve changing out Twotwing's tool. Yeah, I think the solar panel did hit. It'll be okay once we get in there, I think. Gonna move left. Good. Gonna rotate. Oh, let's turn dampeners on. Okay. So we don't look too good. Let's go down. We definitely have to go down. I think I gotta move all this stuff out. Yeah, I think this is gonna be in the way. Okay, before I do that, this whole area here isn't connected to anything. So why don't we do that so it doesn't drift away? Let's just go straight. Oh, let's go straight out. I've designated a couple cargo containers to specific items. So I have one set for just steel plates, one set for construction components. So as this basic one fills up with a specific part, so once we get full again, I'll probably look at it and go, okay, let's get a designated container maybe for interior plate or something else we need a lot of constantly. So we'll slowly start separating stuff out. And then eventually we're going to have to find a place to put all that stuff. So I need more than that. I need more than 10. So I don't want to store parts here by the refineries and stuff. That'll be somewhere else. All right. Tetchy. Okay, I think I'm close. It's hard to get the right angle. That's where it was, mind you. We want it... let's put it right back where it was. We want to move it 2 blocks, I think we said. So something like that. So what we're going to have to do is merge this thing together as well. We could probably do it right here. That's okay. If it's in the gravity field, well, I don't know if you'll make it. No, you'll probably just stay there on the ground. And slowly move the ship or something silly. Okay. If it, of course my inventory's full, or I would have picked it up when I grinded it. Alright. What I'm saying, or he goes on to say, we'll merge maybe right there. So that block, and wherever this thing ends up being. Okay, so we want to add in 2 rails. Let's grab those guys. Or the girders, or catwalks, or whatever you call it. I don't remember which sloped window that is. What are you? Are you inverted? You are. Okay. 1x2 invert. 1x2... Is it that one? Or is that the diagonal one? I almost forget. Is that right? Yeah, that's the right one. Okay. So, 2 extra blocks. 1, 2. So we want this to merge basically like it is. So if we do that and merge like that, that should put it all back together again. Okay. Twotwing, get over here. So yeah, as I said, we'll keep probably this camera, or if we get a different overlay that has some kind of effect to it, but maybe not as bad. Because yeah, this is kind of nice. And it's fully expected to be able to have cameras that could produce decent picture. I mean, there'd be some interference maybe in space with all the radiation and whatnot, but if we're able to send other communications, we should be able to send video that doesn't look like it's... yeah. Okay. These might try to connect instantly. We shall see. Do it. Yep. Closer. Touch it. Touch it. Guess we could stop welding, because it's working. Bam! Snap. Alright. Good job, you. I mean me. Yeah. Alright. So that is how smoothly it was supposed to go. Excellent. Alright. Oh, look at that. This guy came off. Why'd you come off, buddy? You didn't like being merged to another place? You decide to stay separate? Nope. You're still connected. Merge. Oh god, how many merges are there? Those ones. Those are the ones we want. We're all connected. Okay. Bam. There we go. Oops, smooth. Alright, well, we got our little tugger. We'll improve this guy over time. For the time being, let's face him towards the sun. What's his battery? Now, is he being charged by the reactor? Because I don't really want him to be. So let's turn off the reactor. And we'll let him store. It's going to take 4 hours. Okay. Stay right there. Okay, so the purpose of this... Why did we do this? Well, we just wanted to move it so that we could have this gap here. And now we have it. We have a block. And then we have actually a gap for the railing to be put back. So what if we tried to make this thing support this a little bit? I don't know if we could do it. But I was thinking something like this. This doesn't look like it'll work here, though. And then just straight out or something. Something along those lines. I don't know, though. That looks kind of weird there. I was hoping it would work out in a better spot. So I do kind of like the idea of it being connected to it, but that doesn't work. It would almost have to be like here. And then something like that. And that looks a little goofy. But, yeah, it looks terrible. It's terrible. Worst thing I've ever seen. Except for this one. This one's slightly worse. Alright, well, that was the idea, but I don't know if that'll work in itself, but maybe we could do something else with it. Okay, so we gotta figure out what we're gonna do with this catwalk, though, because I still don't really know. I had the thought of the corner thing. But that's not really gonna work. I think we're probably gonna do the chop it and turn it that we talked about in the previous episode. So I think I'll work on that between now and the next episode. But I'll do it off camera because it's going to be a bunch of fiddling about. And I'll restore this guy to its glory. So that should now be connected again. And we should be able to get rid of these merge blocks. And we'll be done with that part. Oh, and the connector and the solar panel and all that stuff. Excellent. Okay, guys, I think we'll end it here. We didn't work on this today, but I think I'm going to give it a bit more thought, and maybe we'll revise what we're going to do. Maybe we'll bring back the rotation, because that was kind of fun, so maybe just for the fun of it, we'll try to do a rotate. And yeah, so I think, if I could talk about this quickly without rambling, I have Envision sensor, okay? Envision with me, guys. We fly in, okay? The only thing we see is a connector, or not even a connector. We just see a piston door with the blast edges, okay? A completely closed thing. We fly up to it, detects your ship. We have 2 blast doors that open sideways that reveal this area. As these doors are opening, this thing would extend out to meet our ship and connect to him. And then, with these things open, that allows Tortwing to be pulled back and rotated. Don't hit the floor. Pulled back and rotated into his welding area, where welders come from the side, the left and the right to sandwich him in, and maybe from the top as well if we need it, or maybe those ones will be stationary. Or maybe we don't even need them on the sides and the bottom. So yeah, he gets welded and sandwiched. We have grinders that swing in probably from one side to take off his hands while he's back there and rotated. And all that stuff gets concealed in some kind of bay. So it'll all be, from the outside, it'll be within some structure. And from the edge of this structure, if we think about it as just being a box, we'll have the piston doors that come out as well to seal the area. So it's only when you get in there does it all get revealed. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about right now. But that will take a bit more planning and some stuff and laying stuff out. And yeah, alright, well, let's leave it at that. Thanks guys for watching, and we shall see you in the next episode. Let's go for a cruise around the asteroid. Shall we, Toadwing? We should probably turn on your proximity sensor. You are about to crash. You have crashed. Oh, oh. That's close. Toadwing, what are you doing? You almost took your chin off. Oh god. It's just... He has a lot of forward thrust, not so much back. Okay. Alright guys, take it easy.